Darvin, what did you think of the Knicks' physicality in that game, and how did you guys felt like you met that consistently enough for you, or were there kind of maybe some common threads with the loss to Minnesota in that way?
Yeah, I thought they were extremely physical, but that's how teams are going to play us. That team is built that way. As a hard-nosed, tough, outstanding coach, and their representation of the way Tibbs is. I mean, we had some unfortunate plays, gave up some untimely offensive rebounds to them, didn't get back in transition. Just, we had our moments in the game as well, where we did things well, but for the most part, a lot of what they did, came, unfortunately, at the expense of us trying to get a stop or trying to keep them off the glass or fouling them. They had some guys step up and make some shots as well. So, it's unfortunate, but again, we don't have time to feel sorry for ourselves. We got to go back and fill our cups up and get ready for this 2-game road trip. Again, being 2 games under 500, 14 left to play, we have time, but we can't waste any more time. We can't waste any more games. And we got to come out with a focus for as much of a 48-minute or however long the game takes to be over. We got to have that focus consistently and throughout.
Darvin, you mentioned that energy and focus and consistency, and it seems like it's mostly been there since the trade deadline, 8-3 before tonight. How is it difficult to sustain and expect to have that every night against teams that are coming to play like that as well? And how do you sustain it? How much do you think that was a factor tonight?
I mean, we're saying we're a playoff team, which we all believe we are. Everyone in the organization, top to bottom, believe this newly assembled group that we have can do big things in the postseason, but we got to get there. We got to do our work, and it's a part of the learning and growing processes. We got to compartmentalize possessions and go possession by possession by possession, and regardless of what happens on any one particular possession, we got to learn how to have a short memory in terms of moving on to the next play, because again, you get disappointed that something didn't go your way, and it continues to spill over into 2 or 3 or 4 more plays. So we'll get better from this. We'll watch what we need to watch on film. Talk about the physicality. I mean, we have an ability to play physical as well, and I've seen it firsthand. But we had some guys who normally make shots, didn't make shots tonight. We missed free throws, turned the ball over at some untimely moments. So, again, we'll go back and look at both sides of the ball and look at some of the intangibles and look at the film and try to get better from it.
Darvin, you mentioned the Minnesota game a couple times. You guys reeled off a 3-game winning streak after that and responded really well. How do you kind of ensure that that's the response versus, kind of sitting and dwelling on this or just kind of flipping the page as you were kind of talking about?
I mean, you show it and then you flush it. I mean, you show it to everyone, myself included, the staff, the players, we all watch it. Again, pluck what we need to do better and try to sustain the things that we did well. We can't hang our heads. It's not. I'm not about that. Just feeling sorry for yourself. You know what I mean? It's you watch the film. You critique yourself. Again, the 3 words: competitiveness, togetherness, and accountability. And that group in the locker room is together. They are competitive, and it's time to have a little bit of accountability on missed blockouts or mishandling the ball, or trying to make the right decision in terms of not holding the ball or over dribbling for several extra seconds. Just trying to be as efficient as possible offensively and be tougher defensively and close, shut down teams to where they can only have one possession, not give them 2 and 3 and 4 tries, after one possession because you're loose on your defensive rebounder. So, again, we're going to look at all of it and come out the next time around and put our best foot forward.
Darvin Schroeder had a layup to cut it to 2, and then you get trapped in the backcourt and ends up getting all the way down to 5 seconds before you can get the foul. Is that just a product of trying to go for the steal and then maybe going for it too much before you can save more clock?
Yeah, I mean, we saw it in the other Memphis game where Dennis got the steal against Desmond Bain. So we get guys, they were in their backcourt. You know, we had guys scrambling, trapping, doing all of that. We wanted to try to get one good trap, you know, in a sensitive area for them on the court, and they were back deep in the back corner. So you try to force a turnover if you can, and then foul. And just so happens they spreaded us out. They did a great job of getting off the ball quickly and allowing the time to dwindle. But, you know, do it over again. You know, I would do it the same. You know, I would definitely do it the same. It's not it's just unfortunate we weren't able to get a foul, you know, in a timely fashion.